Hey everyone, Maury Curtis Dunbar here at Painted Studios. First day of October. I'm feeling extra spooky with my spiders headband because I can get away with that because I want to. And today what we're going to be working on is the last little bits, cleaning up these 7 Verre Eglomise panels and the reveals. Now, I'm gonna put my iPad on silent, and then I'm going to open it up so I can see what's going on, because otherwise I can't always answer your questions. So just give me a second to upload today. There we go. I can see it. We're all good. Okay. So it's very early. I don't normally do lives this early in the day, which means that the people who usually watch are not necessarily catching me at this moment, but I appreciate everybody who pops in. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you here. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to talk about each of these panels one by one. And I'm going to clean them up as we go. And Jennifer Brinkley, thank you for being here. Okay, let me flip this down. So, make sure I'm centered in the screen so you can see me, because then I can talk about what we need to do. So I've already done a little tiny bit of cleaning on this. This was the clear one with the birds that we poured epoxy on. And normally I would want to put then some backing on here, because when we flip it over like this, you can still see background. But this is for a very specific person with a project in mind. So I'm going to leave this translucent, because look at all that beautiful movement. And after that, then we can back it if it needs to be backed. But I love how this all came out. And it was the table was on a slight tilt, so most stuff dripped this way. So I do have a little bit of drips to clean up. I don't know if you can see that right there. I'm going to clean those off, which is really easy to clean off on glass. And it's dripped on the side that has no paint or anything on it, so that makes the cleaning even easier. I don't have to worry about damaging something that I've already painted. So first I come through with a little razor blade and just scrape off those little drip drops there. I poured a lot of epoxy on here last night, so the fact that there are dribbles is not at all a surprise to me. Edge cleaned up there. It's a big one there that didn't want to come off. Come on, I could just get you scraped. There we go. All right, so now I could go around the edges here and scrape off more epoxy if I wanted to. I don't want to at the moment. I'm just catching any little loose fibers or anything that I might have gotten around there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm taking some denatured alcohol, which you know I keep in this little spray bottle. Isopropyl would work too. 91% or higher, you can use isopropyl for Verre Eglomise. Don't use the 70%. It's not, it doesn't work as well. It's just sort of wasteful. And I just take it, and that cleans off any of the dirt, any of the excess, and any of something that might have spilled or might have gotten on there by accident. And then I just go around, make sure I've cleaned off all of my edges, that there's no little bits and pieces of anything on there. And the whole idea for all of these was to be sort of rustic, not terribly refined. So some of my etching out is on the coarse side. There's little flecks of gold in here that I left behind. All of that was intentional, but look how beautifully that came out. And now this can be used for the project that we're using it for. It can be used on this side, or it can be used on this side, because both sides are just beautiful. Okay, let's set that over there to the side. Now I'm going to still set it glass side down, because that epoxy was newly poured last night, and I want to give it a little time to dry off. Okay, so here's the other one that we did the epoxying on yesterday. This I had done plasters and fibers and all kinds of stuff. And again, this is one that I'm not putting backing on, because I actually almost love this side better than this side. And they're two very different looks, so if she chooses to use them in different ways, I've made that possible. But they're both very cool looking, very, this one's kind of industrial, which was what I was going for. So there are options with these. And when the rest of this is done, I will show you how my work is included. Unfortunately, I can't go any further than what I'm telling you right now until the pieces are complete. But it is part of a collaborative body of work. Okay, let's get all of this little dribbled epoxy and stuff off the edges. Any drip gelatin from the other side, any gold that's not supposed to be on this side, you take it all off. And then again, I'm gonna come back here with my denatured alcohol, clean the glass off, really nice and clear. So you can see there's depth and layers to this, shades and tones that was hard to see until I cleaned the glass off. It just looks sort of messy. So you've got this rich look on this side, very coarse, very urban looking, and then you get a totally different look from this side, which again, beautiful, translucent, coarse, urban, but just different. This side looks a little more organic to me than this side does. And I love them both. So again, I'm gonna set them on across the table, glass side down, so that anything that is still curing has air. Okay, there's this one that we did with all kinds of leaf. There's not a whole lot that I need to clean up here, although I'm gonna go along these sides just to make sure there's no dribbles. This one I coated with our one-shot sign painter's paint on the back. Go along the edges, clean up where there might be dribbles. And that's, you know, really what I'm doing is I'm cleaning up extra dribbled paint so that it doesn't have a messy look on the sides, at least on this one. Ugh, stuff on my fingers. There we go. Cleans off the extra leaf. Sometimes it gets on the side. Cleans off the gelatin that can run down and be iffy on here. Just cleaning up those edges, getting all the nasty off. And then I get to flip it over and look how cool that came out. Now this one, all again, shades of green, very urban looking. Then we did a little mica powders and some some other cool stuff on here, and we get a very nice multiple shades of green result out of this, and I really like this. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. I was kind of winging this one, guessing at what I was doing, as opposed to some of the others that I have very specific plans for, and I really, really like how this came out. So we've got variegated metal for our leaf, and then mica powders and little scraps of stuff, all kind of trapped in here in the nicest possible ways. All right, again, putting that to the side. Face down. This one, I don't have to clean the back up. I already trimmed all that paper yesterday. So let's come in here, let's grab everything off, all these little cork pads. And what these cork pads are, when you order your glass, they put them on here so the glass isn't on top of each other and doesn't crack itself. And this cleaning should be quite simple. Again, rich shades of green and gold and silver in here. Now this is the one that you probably see green in the absolute least because of the shades of green I chose. but it is gorgeous. Oh, I love that. So pleased. Okay, let's put that one down. And again, I've trimmed this one already, so we're gonna flip it over. Oh gosh, that came out so cool looking. Pull all these little cork pads off. Clean it down. And I really like how this came out. We've got a couple different golds. The paper I used in here had gold to mirror the squares here, but the depth of color is different, so it adds all kinds of nice lights, highs and lows to it. I mean, this is just awesome. Little flecks of it all over in here. And then down on the bottom, so if you wanted to visualize it this way, it almost looks like stuff is falling from the sky down into gilded grass. So I really, really like how that came out. All right, let me flip this up to you. Okay. Rhonda, yes. I have been doing lives on this process since last week. So if you just go to my page, they're all posted there. I have to put together, I'm actually putting them all together as a series on my YouTube channel. I just haven't done it yet because I had to finish right now I'm on deadline, so I had to get this all finished before I actually tried to deal with my YouTube channel with it. So just keep watching, keep going back, Rhonda, keep going into last week. If you review the videos, you'll see them all, because this is literally the only thing I've been working on lives for the last week. There are 2 more pieces of glass. They are in the hot box. Why? Because I had multiple layers of water-based product and it was still a little cloudy, so I needed to heat it up and let that moisture evaporate. Once that's done, I'm gonna trim those, we'll show you those, and I will post pictures of all of this. I am loving how beautifully these all came out. You know, sometimes you start a project and you're like, oh, it's gonna be okay. This one, because it was so much and it was not just for me alone, I had a little trepidation, and things came out even better than I had hoped. Now, if you know my mind, I don't know about anybody else's. I gotta preface this by saying, my mind, if I give myself too long to do something, I will have changed it completely. Oh, Rhonda, you're so welcome. Yeah, Rhonda, there's lots. I regularly video myself doing my Verre Eglomise when I am doing it. So it's all there. It's on my YouTube channel. It's on Painted Studio. I just haven't loaded this last week onto YouTube, so you'll find them easier here on Facebook because they're not on YouTube. Anyway, we're going to have a great time with this. I will be back with the final reveals on the ones that are still in the hot box. I'm not taking them out until they are completely clear. I don't want to do that. I can't seal up the back until all that moisture's come out, and I did put a lot of moisture there. So that's the plan right now. You'll see more later. Oh yeah, Rhonda, if I didn't have to have these to the artist tomorrow, I'd still be fussing with them. If I didn't have to have them to the next stage of this project by tomorrow, I'd be solely screwed. Totally screwed, because I'd still be messing with them. All right, have a great day, everybody. I will try to be back this afternoon. I'm not sure what now that I've got this done, I don't know what to do with myself. All right, everyone, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.